Hey everybody, this is Kevin here with Ken Sewing Center in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Folks, today I want to talk to you about a brand new machine that's been authorized for us to ship anywhere in the United States, the Bernina B790 Plus. Instead of paying thousands and thousands of dollars for the new top of the line, check out some of the models right below it. It may have all the features you want and need in a machine, and you can save thousands of dollars right now off the retail. The B790 Plus has a lot of features on the sewing side of the machine, and it's full embroidery machine. It has stitch regulation built in. That's something you don't get just on any brand and any model sewing machine. Bernina really has included a lot of accessories with this machine. It is loaded with presser feet. Literally thousands of dollars worth of presser feet are included on the B790 Plus. And to top it off, you get the full embroidery capabilities with the hoops and everything. So let's check out all the features of the B790 Plus and see if this is the right machine for you. On the B790 Plus, this machine is going to be extremely easy to operate for all the features that are built into it. First thing we notice right off the bat is the huge color screen. This is a crystal clear color screen. We actually have icons. We can go in and change the background of this screen so we can get it set to your eyes and whatever's going to work for you. Threading is a breeze on the 790 Plus. We have the horizontal spool pin. Everything's going to be channeled for me all the way down to the needle. I do have a built-in needle threader on this machine. I really like how the bobbin system is on it. It has the jumbo bobbin system. It's going to be so easy for you to thread this. We pop it right in the machine. It has the big jumbo bobbin, so you're not going to be winding bobbins all the time. There are sensors built in on this that lets you know when you're getting low of bobbin thread, and it's really easy. Push that back up and out of the way. Another thing we notice is the size of this machine. The B790 Plus has a huge throat space on it. It is built for sewing, garment sewing, quilting, and then your embroidery. From my needle to the inside, the sewing arm is going to be 10 inches. I have a full 13-inch arm on this, so having this 10-inch throat space, if I'm quilting, I'm able to roll up my finished product. I just have more room to work with the machine, keep my hands on my fabric, and I'm not going to be wrestling with that at the needle. It does come with a big extension table that's made for the B790 Plus to help me support the weight of my material to the left of my needle. So again, I'm not wrestling with that at the needle. I have all the convenience features at my beck and call right here in front of me. I don't have to push a lot of buttons to get to where I'm wanting to go. I like the knobs on it. Even how they've treated these with silicone to grab these, so I can adjust my length and the width on all my sewing patterns. When I change the width or the length on any stitch on my screen, it's going to give me the actual true size of that stitch. So I'm not having to do a lot of test runs, wasting a lot of fabric and wasting a lot of time. I'm easily able to pull up my stitch. It shows me on the screen exactly what stitch I'm on, and once I start cranking that stitch up, I can go all the way up to 9mm wide stitch. That's the widest you can get on any brand that's out there. And I can adjust my stitch length as well on all the sewing patterns. So it makes it really easy for me to set that. Not only that, I'm setting it in tenths of a millimeter. So I can get extremely precise on what I want to achieve with the stitch that I'm working with. I have the needle up, needle down. I have auto lock built in. I can override the speed of my machine if I want to use it with or without the foot control. I can do that. It will have a large foot control that comes with it. But if you just want to use start stop, you can do that and not have to worry about the foot control. I can pivot, raise and lower my presser foot with a touch of a button, but you also have the lever in the back like a traditional machine will have. I do have traditional reverse as well, and I have the built-in scissors, so when I'm in sewing mode, I can snip my bobbin or top thread at any given time just by hitting that. I like the large free arm on the front of the machine, so if I'm hemming a pair of jeans, shirt sleeve, I have more sewing arm to work with, so I can get my stitches further up the pant leg or the shirt sleeve and do even more embellishing on a garment. Bernina gives you a lot of nice features. You quilters will really love the BSR, and this is a $1,000 attachment. They are including that with the B790 Plus. You do not have to put this machine on a frame. I can set the BSR and I can do free motion, and when I move my fabric faster, the machine is going to automatically know that, and it will speed the machine up, slow the machine down, so my stitches are going to be the same length apart. That is awesome to have in a machine. I will have on the front of the machine a place for the knee lift so I can raise and lower my presser foot with my knees. So if I'm doing free motion work, or I just want to keep my hands on the fabric, I'm able to do that. I don't have to take my hands off to hit the presser foot up or down button. I can just do that right there. Nice and easy, really convenient. Now we're going to zoom in. I want to show you all the information here that's easily laid out on our full color screen. I really like how the color screen is set up. We have all of our icons here on the right hand side with all these tabs, and then we have a lot of information on the left hand side showing me and recommending presser feet for certain stitches that I'm doing, so I know exactly which presser foot I need to have on the machine at any given time to achieve what I'm wanting to do. Now, Ken Sewing Center is going to give you free support for the life you own your B790 Plus. But if it's after hours or you're playing with your machine, there is a lot of tutorials built into the hard drive of this machine. So I can always go home anytime that I'm working with the machine, but if I hit this button here, I can go back and forth easily between embroidery mode or sewing mode. I don't have to worry about getting a lot of attachments out and have to push 15 buttons to get from one mode to the other. So we're going to be in sewing mode for this video, and it shows me all my tabs. Now all of my stitches are thematically organized together, so I don't have to fast forward through the stitch count. There's over 500 stitches built in on the B790 Plus. If I get to a stitch that I want to pull up, the machine is going to show me the stitch I'm on. It's recommending a presser foot. It's showing me this is a stitch we can go up to 9mm on, and I can back that down. Here I'm going to know the width, and here I'm going to know the length in millimeters. And notice when I change that stitch width, it's automatically changing the size of that. That is the true size of that stitch. And then I can put the presser foot on it. All the Bernina presser feet will have a letter did it into them, a number or a letter many times, showing us. And Ken Sewing Center is going to carry all the optional accessories for this machine, but it is loaded with a lot of presser feet. We'll have all that information on the website so you can see everything that comes with the B790 Plus. So I have everything thematic here. There's 3 full pages just on these utility. Those are the most popular utility stitches that you'll use. And then if I go down here, I have all these banks built in. So let's say that I want to get into doing some heirloom sewing. That's built in to the 790 Plus. There's 5 pages of these different applique stitches. Get you a wing needle. That's going to look really pretty on a garment. There's other scallops built in. When I pull that stitch up, again, it's going to show that to me. So this makes it really easy and clear for me to see what it is I'm going to be stitching out before I do it. I will have letters built in, so if you want to make garment tags, you can go up to 9mm in height on the letters that are built in. It looks really pretty on a shirt, a men's dress shirt, or if you're doing that quilt label or garment tag, you're able to do that with no problem. I do have the one-step buttonholes built in. There's 2 pages of those. It will come with specialized foot that will allow me to get extremely close, perfectly every time, to the size button that I'm working with. So I can do dozens and dozens of sizes to get it to my liking with all these popular styles of the one-step buttonhole. Then I'll have even more quilting stitches. If you'll notice, it looks like a little quilt block there. All those are categorized. All 4 pages of your most popular quilting stitches are built in right there for me. It's not many brands gives you all these different types, and they're grouped together, so I don't have to hunt within the hard drive of the machine. And then I'll have other things built in. If I want to save a design to my hard drive, I'm able to do that. I have all these different folders built in if I want to save something. And then here we have 2 more pages of quilting stitches, garment stitches, different decorative stitches that are built in to the machine. If you'll notice, again, I can always go back home really easy, but I have this button here, looks like a little gear. And then I can go in and change some things on the machine. If I need to change tensions, if I need to adjust something on the machine, I'm able to do that. Don't worry, you're not going to erase anything off the hard drive of this machine. This is just really convenient for us to get into it. We can help you with these things over the phone should you have any kind of question whatsoever. But there's a lot of that that's built in on the 790 Plus. Then I can go here, and there are different tutorials built in to the machine. There's videos built in on how to thread the machine, winding the bobbin. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of different tutorials that are built in on the 790 Plus. There's different techniques for the stitches that are built in. It's telling me what to do for a certain type of stitch, what to achieve, what needles, what fabrics. I mean, there's just all kind of information that is built in on the 790 Plus. Then I can go into my BSR if you have questions. These are things we get a lot of questions on the BSR. The embroidery mode, different presser feet, what presser foot for a certain stitch, what that presser foot's used for, and the list goes on and on and on. I do not know of any brand that gives this much information built into the hard drive of their machine. Plus, you're going to have Ken Sewing Center to help you for the life you own your machine. Then if I'm in the middle of a stitch and I have a question, just like when we was in school, you can raise your hand and there's things built in right there that you can access for certain stitches and features on the machine. Then I'll have echo mode built in. Let's say we've got little ones around or you're going to have to get up for a few minutes. You can hit this button and nobody can push any button to make the machine operate. If you press the foot control, nothing's going to happen. That's really nice to have. It shuts down the screen, saving your screen time. Then when you come back, set back down, hit echo mode again. It's going to pull it right back up for you. 790 Plus is going to be able to handle a wide variety of different fabric thicknesses. The tension system on this machine is going to be able to adjust very quickly. Here I'm going to sew 8 layers of denim, which is roughly the side seam on a pair of denim blue jeans. I've got plenty of room underneath to get the fabrics underneath, so that 8 layers is easily going underneath my presser foot. I'll lower that down. I'm going to back the speed down just for demonstration purposes. And we're going to go to a straight stitch. Now I've got several layers of material here. I've got a stretch material, cotton, and a layer of denim. We're going to sew down on 2. The feed dogs are going to easily grab that material. So notice how quietly that machine sews. Very little guiding that I have to do. And I'm going to stick this cotton underneath it. I've got traditional reverse, or I can stop it right then. I can also do an auto tie off, so it'll tie that stitch off for me. This machine is extremely easy to operate. This has just been a brief tutorial of the B790 Plus. This machine is a full-fledged quilting, garment construction, and embroidery machine. You have even a lot of optional accessories that are included, like the BSR. There's thousands of dollars worth of presser feet included with the B790 Plus, as well as you get the full embroidery unit when you make this purchase from Ken Sewing Center. You will have us for the life you own your machine. We have 5 full-time technicians here to help you 6 days a week, troubleshoot, help you with accessories, help you use the machine. You have us for the life you own it. So check it out on our website. We have a lot more information, or give us a call anytime. We'll be glad to help you.